Hey you, yeah you watching this video. If I told you that there is two groups that generally speaking hate each other, but don't realize they're exactly like each other, will you believe me? Hello everyone, Ren here, or Alias, and today I shall talk about red pill boys versus astrology girls, the two sides of the same coin. Now these two groups may say they're different, that they don't have anything to do with each other, that the other side is brainwashed, but they're the same. Now, neither of these things immediately make you unlikable. When you take either point with a big ounce of seriousness, it becomes problematic. It's not bad if you follow a few of these things. It's just bad when it's your only personality trait. Now, let's begin. The red pill boys, specifically the manosphere red pill boys, believe in the hierarchy of men. The sigma, alpha, beta, whatever Greek letter they come up with. There are girls in this red pill manosphere group, but it's most likely a men by a large margin. They usually follow Andrew Tate and other cult leaders like him. They believe that women belong in the kitchen, or if they work, they should give the money to a man to take care of stuff, because they don't think they're responsible enough for the money. But I don't know how responsible with money you can be if you pay hundreds of dollars to have access to a Discord server. The way they get pulled into this lifestyle is quite manipulative. These men are in a tough spot in their life. Maybe they just got broken up with, maybe they're not doing well financially, and they get told good advice first by these gurus. Something along the lines of working out, eating healthier, saving money. But once they're roped in, they get hooked by the notion that the only people who preach this are right and that anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong. These cult leaders hate outside help or resources. That's why the leaders of these groups employ words such as escaping the matrix or college is a scam. Obviously you should think for yourself, and college isn't for everyone. But it is not the wrong choice for a lot of people. They use examples of like political science majors who are now working at Starbucks. Of course, those are bad things. But they know damn well a STEM major or a lawyer can make a lot of money if they go through college. They're not the devil. Speaking of the devil, a lot of these people use languages such as the satanic cult that runs the media. Sneeko said this. They use this sorta to label themselves as the good guys. Like, oh, I'm being censored by the media because the people that are censoring me are evil. When they just get censored because they're saying stupid stuff like targeted harassment, like what Sneeko does all the time. And men in this group have their labels that are given almost at random. There's Alpha, which is the top of the chain, Beta, which are the ones that aren't in their circle, because other guys that could be described as Alphas don't get labeled Alpha because they go against what they're saying. Someone like Charlie, Moist Critical, he is self-made, he's quite successful, but they call him a beta because he's not on the manosphere circle. There's also Sigma, who are men who reject the hierarchy, and everybody labels themselves as Sigma male. I think I've used the phrase Sigma grinds it for shits and giggles on this channel, but the fact that you're labeling yourself within the hierarchy contradicts the whole point of being a Sigma male. Then there's other Greek letters like Omega, Theta, Delta, fucking whatever, which have basically the same traits as being an alpha, but they just label something else because they want to be different. It is fucking wild. It is fucking wild. It is actually ridiculous. Also, I thought Omega was a guy that could get pregnant, as here we see in the Omegaverse. They also use their own inner circle to defend themselves, which is as smart as describing a word using a word. They also have idiotic ways of arguing, like, what color is your Bugatti? They're insane, they're brainwashed, and now, let's see the other side of the coin. Astrology girls. It said that if you put someone in a CAT scan and show them the clown show of the Fresh and Fit podcast, or an astrology TikTok, the same part of the brain fires up. Just like the opposite of the red pill manosphere, this is mostly dominated by women. Women who take something you can't control, like when you were born, really seriously. Astrology should be nothing but a dumb pastime. It's something fun, like a fortune cookie at the end of the meal. It doesn't actually tell you the future, it's just, you know, a fun thing to like laugh at for like 2 seconds. It shouldn't be your lifestyle because it's based on absolutely nothing. Your friends didn't stop hanging out with you because they were a Gemini and you were Pisces, or Pisces. I don't know how to pronounce it. It was cause you were insufferable. And here's where they share some similarities between the red pill boys. They both self-justify. Something like, you don't get it cause you're not as lobotomized as we are. We only look ridiculous because you don't know the inner workings, and it's baffling. Like, I shouldn't dive into a septic tank to know that I'll be covered in feces when I come out. A wise man once said, astrology is racism for girls, and I agree, because they're judging someone based on something they can't control and were born into, like someone's race. And when I look at this group, I don't feel angry, I don't feel frustrated. I feel sad, people, I feel sad. Because they both want the same thing. higher explanation of something, on how things work. Like the Red Pill Boys could say something like, why did a girl reject me? Oh, it's because I was in lighting and she was in the Matrix. It couldn't possibly be because we were not compatible, or I only have one personality trait. Or astrology girls could say something like, why did a guy reject me? Because we don't have compatible star signs. It couldn't possibly be because I was annoying and trying to make mountains out of molehills. They have both been brainwashed by a cult that does not care about them. The leaders of these two groups only care that you buy their courses, their merchandise, their accessories, like Andrew Tate's Hustlers University or any set of astrology cards. And I know that if people in these groups watch my video, they would agree that they're nothing alike. But that's because they can fathom being what they see in each other. A brainwashed cult follower who thinks they're enlightened when in reality they're being scammed. It's just a massive case of buyer's remorse on both sides. But maybe bullying them into seeing what they become can make them better. They have to see that the people who sell them this crap, but the cash that is in their pockets. That has been all. This has been Ren, or Alias. Bye bye.